Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. And you guys, not bad for a backup quarterback, right? Out-dueling Tom Brady, not one time, but 2 times. The greatest quarterback of all time, multiple times. Not bad, dude. Right? Because that's what this man is, right? A backup quarterback? I heard it. I seen it. That's what everybody's talking about. Oh, we're 3-6. We need to find a quarterback. We have a backup quarterback starting for this football team. That's what I've heard. You know, that's what people have been saying. You know, that's what people have been putting out there. Oh, we're good. Yeah, Taylor Heineke, he's good. He's a backup. I want him here. I don't want him to go anywhere else because he's a good, solid backup in this league. That's what he is. Really? Are we not watching the same shit? I started this channel. If you go back and look at some of my first videos, I felt that in the Redskin community, there was too many people not giving Kirk Cousins a fair shake, not believing in Kirk Cousins. And the very first few videos I made on this channel are of me defending Kirk Cousins because nobody else did. So I had to do it. I know what I see. And you've seen me in all these videos come up here and tell you multiple times Taylor Heineke is an above average starting quarterback. And he, guess what? Didn't have an off season with the ones. Why? Because our coaching staff, because our team went out and got a guy to go take all the offseason reps from this guy. Taylor didn't get to practice with the ones. This is his first season as a starter. Going through the motions every week, knowing that he's the guy, that he's going to start. He's going to be the guy. And we sit here and guess what? So people like Daniel Jones and all these other people, all these other quarterbacks, they get a pass, right? They get a pass because they're still young and the jury's still out on them. But Taylor Heineke, he's a backup? He's a backup quarterback? What? What? Just because this is a losing football mentality. When you just because we aren't winning right away, because we don't have Superman on our team, because we don't have Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, because we don't have Tom Brady on our team, because we don't have one of those guys, we just need to keep recycling people and kicking people out and bringing new people in. That's you don't want to give Taylor Heineke a chance through a few weeks. You already know who he is, and he's not going to get better. He's not going to improve at all because he's 28. There's nothing like starting NFL experience. Playing as a starter versus the ones versus ones live game day. Experiencing that speed, experiencing that. There's nothing like it. I don't care about preseason. I don't care about all that stuff. There's nothing like starting NFL experience. And Taylor Heineke is just getting that. This is his first season, and you're already ready to throw him under the bus, get rid of him? That's insane to me. That's crazy to me. And you know I've been coming up here and trying to explain to you what I see from this guy is an above average starting NFL quarterback. And people, what do you want to do? You want to just get rid of him? And I'm not saying don't draft a guy. I'm not saying don't always be trying to upgrade your quarterback position. But I'm also saying don't go out and get fucking Ryan fucking Fitzpatrick thinking you're going to save this football team like you're doing this football team help That's what yeah, that's an issue. So, excuse me. Sorry. Um, as much praise as I just gave Taylor Heineke, we need to be serious. We need to be honest. This game was won by the defense. And I've been watching football long enough to know that the way that we won this football game was we rattled Tom Brady. We got up in his face. We got pressure on him, even when Chase Young went down, which sucks, but apparently I was just at the bar. Somebody told me it's already come out that he has a torn ACL. If that's not true, I didn't fact check that. We seen him out there on the crutches. The guy's a dude. He didn't want to take the cart off the field. Respect that. But the guy at the bar said that he got a notification that he tore his ACL. Yet again, fact check, tell me if I'm wrong. That's hearsay from the guy at the bar. But yeah, so our defense, even when he went out, our defense was getting to Tom Brady. And that's what made him throw picks. That's what made him, late in the game, I can't remember exactly when, but late in the game, one of his last drives, he threw the ball into the ground, into the dirt over the middle, because we got pressure on Tom Brady. And he doesn't want to get hit. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I've watched football long enough. I've watched Tom Brady long enough. He doesn't want to be touched. So if you get up in his face and make this a rough game, like we did earlier with Jonathan Allen, one of the only people I'm glad that we actually paid money to, Jonathan Allen, he sacked him. He didn't sack him. My bad. He took him to the ground, was on top of him, let him know real early. Yeah, we're coming. We'll get you. That messes with Tom Brady. That's where I've seen him struggle throughout the years. And we did that early on. So like I said, as much as I'm coming up here and giving praise to Taylor Heineke, let's be real. The defense played lights out for a majority of the game. Yeah, there was the one breakdown with where we gave up the touchdown late. Kendall Fuller, he was complaining about what happened. I didn't get to sit down and analyze it. Like I said, I watched the game at the bar. I do have notes. I did write notes the whole time. But I didn't analyze this game like I was sitting down at my house like I would then. But overall, a great game. Like I was telling my buddies at the bar, only we would do some stuff like this. Only we would be 2-6 and somehow beat the Buccaneers. I don't want to hear that they had some injuries or whatever. At this time of the season, everybody's got some injuries. No excuses at this point. So, and if we lost this game, and also if we lose to the Panthers next week when they have Cam Newton, I was ready to come up here and make a video talking about Ron Rivera. But if you've seen my post Thursday night, the Dolphins, 2-7 Dolphins, they came out and they were playing the Ravens really hard, and I put a post up on my channel and said if the 2-7 Dolphins can come out here and play like that to the Ravens, I need to see something on Sunday. I need to see. I'm not saying I'm expecting a win, but I'm saying I need to see effort. I need to see our guys fighting, and that's what we saw today. And we got the win, of course. Extremely happy. But that's what I was about to say. If we didn't play hard this game, or if we lose to Carolina or whatever, it looks bad for Ron Rivera. I don't want it to look bad for Ron Rivera. But it's going to look bad if we didn't come out here today and play like we did, or if next week we go and lose to Cam Newton or whatever. Some of the decisions on the offseason, and some of the draft picks, right? We went from Kyle Smith making our draft picks to Ron Rivera and a coach-centric approach. And so that's why it comes back on Ron Rivera, right? And we saw Dax, I can't even remember the guy's name, Dax, you know who I'm talking about. The receiver we just drafted, he fumbled the ball. Dax Mim or Dax Mill or whatever. I should know the guy's name, but guess what? We haven't seen him do shit. So why should I? It's hard for me to remember the guy's name if he hasn't done anything for us, right? But that's what I'm trying to explain to you. The draft picks are not living up. They're not. We're on a decline of draft picks here. So that's why I was really worried that we were going to lose this game, and I had to come up here and make a video talking about what's going on with Ron Rivera, what's going on with the football team. But even with Chase Young going down, this defense looks better, and that's what if you watch me all season, what have I been telling you? I know that our defense, they were a slow starter last year, they're a slow starter this year, but they're grinders. How many times have you heard me say that? As the season goes on, our defense is going to wear down less than other teams. And that's what you've seen today. So I'm not surprised our defense played well. The defense is coming on. But I was also thinking about, in that video I was going to make about Ron Rivera, which I can't do now, because I'm still on the Ron Rivera train. If we're seeing, as long as I see hope, as long as I see you guys fighting, I'm there. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna be on Ron Rivera's side. I'm gonna want him to succeed. But if that didn't happen, I'd have to come up here, excuse me, and question, is Ron Rivera Jay Gruden? Remember when Jay Gruden was here, what was the knock on the team? When Kirk Cousins was here or whatever, I love Kirk Cousins. You know that. I don't have to tell you that. I hear it all the time whenever I bring him up. So many comments I get, let it go, that's in the past, da-da-da-da-da-da. I like the guy, but my number one knock on Kirk Cousins, my number one knock on Jay Gruden, started the season slow. Every time, started slow. So I was, like I said, I was thinking about making a video. Is Ron Rivera Jay Gruden? Are we just going to start slow every season? Is that okay? But like I said, if I come out here and see these guys fighting, if I come out here and see what we saw today, I'll be here. I'll keep supporting. But like I said, the defense played almost lights out. Taylor Heineke, he did what he needed to do. So, Taylor Heineke, 26 out of 32 attempts, 256 yards, 1 touchdown. He did have a lot of sacks today, but in all fairness, come on, man. There was times where our offensive line did not look so hot. I'm not going to put that on him. And also, what I'm trying to explain to you, the reason I'm a Taylor Heineke fan, and that I think that he's our guy, and if you think otherwise, you're crazy. And unless Taylor Heineke accrues a lot of injuries and he cannot stay healthy, then yes, okay, I'm off the train. The legend does not continue. But right now, the legend continues. And the reason, I even put it in my notes, I'm watching this guy get better in front of our eyes. And that's when people you watch, or people you hear, or people in the community talk bad about him. I'm watching a guy, the hard counts. He's getting better. He's learning. I'm not going to say he's learned new things, but he's showing us new things. The hard count on third down that gave us a first down near the end of the game, it was like near the 2-minute warning or something. How big is that? He had multiple hard counts in this game. We haven't seen that out of him. We haven't seen him use that like that. Improvements. I'm sitting here watching the guy get better over time. You have to give this man time. Not everyone is going to come into the NFL and their very first chance, they're going to light shit up. They're not going to be Josh Allen. Look at his first season. He was complete trash. Everyone would have given up on him. And then guess what? Now look at Josh Allen. He's great. Taylor Heineke, this is his first real starting experience. And like I said, just because he's played on other teams as backups or he's been in XFL, that's not what we're talking about. Well, that's not what we're talking about. This is his first true go at it. And he hasn't even played a season and you're giving up on him. That's insane to me. He's improving in front of our eyes. Before, he used to run the ball and be reckless. And then I see him start sliding, and I was like, okay, I'm seeing somebody get it. I'm watching improvements. Today, a new part of his game, the hard count. How big is that? With like 2 minutes left in the game, it's like 3rd and 4, and he gets that guy to jump off sides. How big is that? I'm seeing improvements. Are you not? Are you just ready to give up? He's a backup. He's deemed a backup. That's who he's always going to be. You're not going to give him a season? A season he wasn't supposed to be the starter? And he's still, and we don't have a great offense. Ricky Seals-Jones is up and down, multiple drop passes. Even Terry McLaurin had drop pass today. And we don't have a real tight end group. We don't have really any wide receivers. DeAndre Carter had a good game, but we don't really have a lot of go-to guys besides Terry McLaurin. Antonio Gibson had a great game. Love the runs that we've seen out of him today. I want to see way more runs like that, hard-nosed runs. But no, because we don't have Superman. We didn't draft the best quarterback that's ever lived and is going to just single-handedly carry us to being 10 and whatever, 10 and 6 or 10 and 7. Now there's 17 game, whatever. We don't have that guy on our team. So just anyone that we're just going to keep flipping through people. We're just going to keep firing everybody. We're going to be the Browns. We're just going to keep getting rid of guys. We're not going to give people a chance. We're not going to sit here and actually watch the game and see this guy improve and give him credit for it. Excuse me. Yes, of course. His arm talent, he threw some questionable throws today that were he didn't have the zip on him. I understand. I see all that. I know that. I take that into consideration. But I'm not going to give up on the guy until he can't stay healthy. Until he can't go out there and stay healthy, like Kirk Cousins, a guy who never misses a snap. You wanted to get rid of the guy. How long has it been since we even had a quarterback that could stay healthy? And y'all wanted to get rid of him. That guy, still in the NFL today, still not getting injured, still taking every snap, learning and getting better. Don't do that again. Let's not do that. We just learned. Let's not do that again. So let me get into the notes here, and then we'll get out of here. Like I said, I would never have counted us out, but and like I said, Taylor Heineke, he rises to the occasion most of the time. So I would have never counted us out in this game, but I'm not going to sit here and be a straight bold-faced liar to you. I didn't expect this a win. We're 2-6, but we came out and fought, and that's why I'm going to stick with Ron Rivera until I don't see that. So at the very beginning of the game, I realized the sound of the fans was really loud, and we got a false start right to start the game. We hold in 3rd down. Allen hits Brady. We need to keep roughing him up. Nice throw to the outside of DeAndre Carter. Ricky Seals-Jones with a drop on 3rd down. Perfect pass by Taylor. We get a field goal. Our kicker, that's another thing. Our kicker looks good, right? So far. He wears number 3, so I'm always going to think he's Dustin Hopkins for some reason, but our kicker looks good. William Jackson gets a pick off a curl, knocking the ball out. Terry has a drop pass. Taylor has been good, but bad play calling. There was some bad play calling in this game. And like in the red zone, yet again, still bad play calling. That's why a lot of people are putting a lot of stuff on Taylor Heineke. I'm looking at the play calling too. There's bad play calling when we get into the red zone, man. And it was today too. I liked at the very end of the game, we kept with the run. I like that. But there's times during this game where we're running the ball versus the number 1 like run stopper in the league, and it's like, man, be creative, do something different. And I don't get it. 3rd and 1, and Allen stops to run, but Brady QB sneaks it and gets it on 4th down. Bobby McCain gets a pick. Our D line is getting pressure on Brady, making him make mistakes. Deron Payne with a taunting penalty. That, I think, held us to a field goal or something the next drive. We can't have that. And also, they didn't show that on the screen. So I'm going to sit here and say that was kind of a ref. The refs love some Tom Brady. That's what I'm going to say. They didn't show us the call. They didn't show us that on TV. So that's a Tom Brady call, in my opinion. They sacked Taylor, 3rd and 14. This is why we can't have that roughing, that taunting penalty. Excuse me, man. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. But I'm just going to power through this. We go for it on 4th and get it. Taylor to McKissick. Heineke to Carter for a touchdown. Chase Young is down. Looks like he's pretty hurt bad. Defense holds Tampa to a field goal. Taylor gets lucky with a tip pass that should have been intercepted. Great run up the middle by Gibson. O-line just lets, I think, White straight through the middle. And we have a lot of moving pieces on the offensive line. But, yeah, they weren't extremely great today. Taylor was under some pressure at times. Huge first down to Seals Jones. Nice run after the catch. Heineke has reckoned them with the hard counts. Another one for first down. Are you kidding? I'm watching Heineke improve in front of our eyes. Wake up. Seals Jones goes down. We score on all 4 possessions to start the game. It's the first time we've done that since 2016, who, by the way, would be 2016. That's Kirk Cousins. Just throwing that out there for the people that don't want to hear about Kirk Cousins anymore. We stopped the Bucs from getting a field goal. And then we get a face mask call, which then also I wrote in my notes, William Jackson is a penalty magnet. How many times have I said that? I've noticed that since preseason. Since preseason, William Jackson III is he just gets penalties. I don't know. He just does. Devin White is killing us. He sacks Taylor. Gibson is running hard. Gibson piles forward for the touchdown. Great play. Defense stops him again. Pressure on Brady. Our wide receiver, Dex Maline, you guys know who I'm talking about. It's, like I said, when I see, I should know the guy's name. I should. But until he does something, it's hard for me to remember his name. That's all I'm saying. Busted coverage, Bucks. Well, and then actually when I was watching it back, it wasn't necessarily straight busted coverage, but who was it? Kendall Fuller got beat on that touchdown. Refs are out here picking up flags. We're moving the ball, and we need a touchdown here to seal the game. Terry with the crazy catch. What and like, man, you could straight up give Terry McLaurin a game ball for that one catch over the middle where he got a huge hit on him, and he held on to it. Gibson touchdown run seals the game. Hell of a game. Didn't expect to win. I expected us to play hard. I did. But it's Tom Brady. It's the Bucs. We're 2-6. I didn't know if we were gonna have that oomph to like finish the game. But we did. We did. I'm a happy guy. All I want out of this is for you guys to give and don't feel, if you're one of the people out there that we have conversations, when I say things like that, like, oh, you think this guy's a backup or whatever, don't feel bad. Like if you agree with me and we're on the same page, I know that I say things like that all the time. And if I say like you this or you that, and we're on the same page, don't feel like I'm talking to you. You should know that we agree and I'm talking to the other people. So, like I said, all I want out of this is for people to wake up and realize we need to give this guy a shot. A real chance. We need more talent on this football team. I'm willing to give Ron Rivera the shake. Let him clear. I mean, obviously, give him his time. Let's see what he does. As long as I see our guys fighting, I'm on his side. And that's it. Hail to the Washington football team. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I read the comments. I respond to almost most of them, almost all of them. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.